If I talk to y'all in a whisper, it is because it is literally 4. I can't even see the time because I don't have my glasses on, but it's about, I'm gonna say 4:40 in the morning. I've been up since 3 a.m. and I am trying my best to make 2025 the greatest year yet, because I literally have a lot before God. And because I have a lot before God, I'm like, God, I'm not about to waste no time. Hallelujah. I'm going to start my day with you. God, not only am I going to start my day with you, I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick video, because if you see my last video, I was real hyped because I was talking about where the money reside, where the money reside. And the truth of the matter is, yes, I do believe there is money to be made even on YouTube via Google AdSense. I do believe that YouTube is pushing out a lot of small content creators. I do believe that it's helping them grow their audience a lot more quickly than it has been in times past. And I do believe that this is a prime opportunity. But I gave this analogy in the last video that a lot of people, just like when they start the year, they say, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to lose this amount of weight, I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to be fit, I'm going to eat right, I'm going to drink my water, I'm going to go on my walks, I'm not going to overeat. Like, there's all these things that people say that they're going to do, and literally we're technically the first full week in January, right? This first full week is about to be over. Come next week, this is where a lot of people begin to fall off. They begin to wane. They forgot why they started. They forgot they had the New Year's resolution. They forgot the pain points of why they created the New Year's resolution. But I'm like, no, 2025 is our year. And you all don't know us yet, okay? But I'm Mama, okay? I'm starting this channel with my 14-year-old daughter. You all have not met her yet, okay? Because last time I did a video, she was at school, and right now the girl is asleep, okay? So she'll probably be up in like an hour and 15 to start getting ready for school. Nevertheless, the point is, I'm building with her. I'm building aside from her, for other children, for future generations, for my grandchildren's children, for my grandchildren's children's children. So I'm like, God, if this is one of the streams, one of the avenues you are opening up, then I'm going to challenge myself. And on my last video, I said I wanted us to be monetized by March 15th. And I mean that. So I'm showing up at 4 a.m. and I'm like, God, I want to be able to, while I'm showing up, bless the people in a way that's meaningful and impactful. And the thing is, we cannot afford to fall off. And I'm saying we, because I'm believing that you too are on your journey. And many and myself, we're building businesses, we're building legacy. My desire is to build legacy for her, for other children, for my other children that I have yet to birth, for my family, so that they can see greater, so that they can strive for greater, so that they can know it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to build legacy. I want to build profitable businesses. And so, yes, we are bringing you along on our journey. And part of my journey is literally inviting God into everything. So when I say I was up at 3, I was up at 3. And I literally had a moment where God, and I just imagined myself in the arms of the Father as his little daughter. And I was like, God, I cannot do this without you. And so I don't intend on doing no part of this journey without him. But one of the things that I do know is that since YouTube is what they say on easy mode, and YouTube is pushing out literally small creators' contents to make it easier to find their audience, then I am going to use that to my advantage. And I think one of the things we do not do is you use what already has momentum, and you use that to help you propel forward. Now, will it be nice to get a Google AdSense check? Yes, but at the end of the day, back to one of the reasons I'm like using this momentum for my platform is because I really want to document the progress in us building a business we already have, but also building businesses outside of that, whether it's me and Minnie together or it's me and then eventually my husband and I, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So my goal is to definitely build. But so yes, if YouTube is on the easy mode, baby, I want every single part of it. And I'm not so naive to think that God can't use even this platform to be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking full advantage of everything. When I say I'm taking full advantage of everything, if it means getting up at early in the morning, I'm gonna get up early in the morning. Now, I admit some nights I was going to bed at 11 and still trying to get up at 3. My body, your body might can take it, but my body can't. But the point that I'm trying to make is sometimes you got to do what's necessary. You know, if it is the early mornings or the late nights, if you're building something, just think about how much time and dedication you put into your job, and they still say, oh well, we're only going to give you $20 an hour, or we're okay. My mini alarms won't let me be great. um I literally have an alarm that goes off at 4:50 because my goal is to be up at 3 a.m. every day to start my day with my prayers, my devotionals, just spending time with God, trying to get my mind right, trying to get my spirit right, trying to get myself motivated. Sometimes you got to motivate yourself. But I have an alarm literally for 4:50 to help me switch gears because I also am a day trader. And so when I say your girl, you know, I created a schedule, and I'll talk about that at a different time, how important as an entrepreneur that we still keep schedules. Now, I know some people in their entrepreneurship, they're like, I don't need a schedule. I'll get up when I want to get up, whatever. That's you. If that works for you, that works for you. But I know for people, especially if you're just coming out of the 9 to 5 space and you're moving into full-time entrepreneurship, I feel it is important to still have that structure because it keeps your mind from getting too lackadaisical, getting too relaxed. Y'all, I just realized something. First off, I just realized something. First off, I did not even cut the microphone on. So why am I talking into this? Secondly, I never put the receiver in my phone. I am dumbfounded. Y'all, give me a second. How? I was too eager to come and bless the people this early in the morning to where your girl is just forgetful. And trust me, it makes a difference. Then y'all are going to hear just more than me. You're going to hear my upstairs neighbors. You're going to hear my fish tank, well, my turtle tank technically, because I don't have any fish. And I just realized that, girl, you've been talking into this camera the entire time. Well, into the camera, into the microphone, and you didn't even have the microphone in. I digress. I'm giving myself some grace this morning. I'm gonna chop it up too. I'm probably still a little tired, okay, since it's for something in the morning. Um, but what was I saying? Oh, the importance of making sure that you have a some type of schedule. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to realize you're going from literally whatever your set hours to unless you make up your own hours, even at work, because maybe you're a supervisor or something. And then you're going to having your own schedule. But let me tell you, if you get too comfortable in not having a schedule, and I'm not saying it has to be so strictly regimented, but if you don't have a schedule, like how do you get things done? Like you'll forget things. Like set aside time, and they call it time blocking. Set aside time to do specific things. Like some of you all, you are starting businesses where you're going to have to be in constant communication with your customer base. Set a time to literally answer emails until you can hire somebody who can be your customer service representative, which in our skincare business, I'm like, baby, when we get in this warehouse, there are certain things I just do not want to be doing. So when we went to go tour the warehouse space that I really, really love, my sister was like, "So you're going to have a receptionist?" I said, "Yes." Okay. They're going to be like a receptionist, they're going to be a secretary, and they're going to be customer service. Okay. Because I don't expect a lot of people to come to the warehouse to pick up their packages, but it'll be an option. Okay. It'll be an option. They can come pick it up or they can have it locally delivered within a certain radius. So that is the goal. You know what I'm saying? So I really do think it is very vitally important that, especially if you're fresh off of 9 to 5, that you have some type of schedule. Even if you're still working, I think it's important because you want to set aside dedicated time where you can work on your business. Now, the reason I'm recording this video at 4 something this morning is because I literally know the rest of the day I don't have any time to record a video, because I want to not only document my journey to monetization here on YouTube and document our journey for business, and I want to show up consistently until y'all pray my strength until March 15th. I'm like, let me do what I can. You know what I'm saying? So, um, let me fit it in where I can get it in. And literally, this is where I could get it in at, because the rest of the day, I am literally going to be, first off, laundry. Okay. And in addition to laundry, because I don't know why between my daughter and I, we just, okay, maybe because we're girls. I don't know. But I digress. I literally need to launch my website for my newest business, which will be um, my first business launch in 2025. Okay, there's other things that your girl gonna have going on, but this is my first launch in 2025, and I'm really excited because the things I've been working on for this business, I've been literally thinking about, writing down ideas, writing down my vision for it for years. Okay, for years, and maybe I'll bring you all into that a little later, uh maybe with like a short or something. But before I get beside myself and forget, one of the other reasons I wanted to come on here, um I was like, okay, God, listen, they saying YouTube is on easy mode, and I know some of us were like, what business can I start? Like, I don't, those videos that always talking about the best businesses to start in whatever year it is. I've seen ones from 2022, 23, 24, and now a lot of them is popping up for 25. Those videos be having hundreds of thousands of views. And I'm like, God, you would think that most of America would own a business at this point with how many views those videos get every year. And I was like, I wanted to encourage, Lord, the people on the other side of the cameras. Like, if you want to start a business in 2025, you can. If you wanted to even just start with YouTube as your business, you can. And let me just encourage you, is to treat YouTube like a business. Yes, come on, be authentic, be raw, be you. Don't try to sugarcoat nothing. Don't try to give people, you know, don't try to do too much, as far as don't try to be something you're not in order to get likes, views. Like, people, every generation, I feel like, is connecting with people's authenticity. I was looking at this YouTuber, she's like in her 60s, And apparently, there is a YouTube community where it's like starting YouTube in your 60s, starting YouTube in your 70s, starting YouTube in your 80s. And I'm like, oh, if they're securing the bag, oh, definitely Jesus. Me in my mid 30s. Okay, I'm getting closer to 40 than I like to admit, but it is what it is. I'm grateful. I'm still young, okay? Still got my vibrancy and whatever. But the thing is, just show up and show up as you, okay? If this is the business that you want to start in 2025, go for it. If there's another business you want to start in 2025, go for it. What is literally holding you back besides you? Because an excuse is something you give. You know what I'm saying? Don't let no excuses be the reason that another year goes by and you don't do what you said you was going to do. You don't achieve what you wanted to achieve and you don't live the life you love. My big thing, especially as a coach, is I am encouraging people, well, if that's what you want to do, do it. If that's the life you love, if God put it in your heart, if that is a longing, is a desire, and you've given it back to him and you're like, it's still there, then go forward. And I'm just of the mindset right now that I'm going after everything. I'm not leaving anything on the table. And so when I was thinking about that, the scripture that came to mind, yes, I'm gonna give y'all some word, was James is chapter 2, starting at verse 14. And I'm going to read it. And it says, what doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him? I'm going to read another one. If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding you give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? Okay, so this is what always gets me about the scripture is like we see people in need, and I'm gonna do this twofold, right? And who's to say that they're not praying? Right. And you come across them, and the scripture says, if you see them naked, they've probably been praying for clothes, for some type of something, for some type of help, for some type of relief. But what you don't understand is God sent you. That is a whole word. So you telling them to go in peace, God can do it, God can do the impossible, but you literally have something they can use. You got clothes you don't wear, clothes still with the tags. Come on, somebody, right? Clothes you were gonna take down to the Goodwill. I'm just using the example that was given and I'm just running with it. You know what I'm saying? So come on. You got what people need. You know what I'm saying? You are the literal answer to somebody's prayer. And I want you all to think about that as you're building businesses and you're getting stuck. And I don't want to, and you're getting stuck on stupid because you're like, should I, shouldn't I? You're overthinking it. You're like, this is a bad idea. But this idea has been with you for years. Don't get stuck on stupid. Don't overthink, right? Don't do it. Just don't. Like now is the time. There is no time like the present. And the way the world is going, this is the perfect time to build. Because let me tell you, I don't want to have to depend on nobody's nothing with the way things are going. If I need to escape and escape quickly, then I got to do what I got to do. And if that literally means, okay, I'm putting the pedal to the metal, I'm going 1000% in all businesses, in all avenues. If I'm building, God, if I'm showing up like you're telling me to do, I got to do it. So think about that. You're literally the answer to somebody's prayer. And then it goes on to say, even so, faith, if it have not works, is dead, being alone. Like, you can believe that 2025 is your year, it's going to happen, it's going to work out. But if you don't show up, right? If you don't show up, if you don't show up, your faith alone is dead. It don't prove nothing. But one thing when I wrote my first book is I gave an analogy is if you're expecting that there's going to be rain, If you're expecting that there's going to be rain, if the forecast told you that it was a 90% chance that it was going to rain in your area, wouldn't you, in fact, carry an umbrella, a raincoat, rain shoes? Like you would do that, right? Like you know it's going to happen, but you walk outside without it knowing it's going to happen. You're not prepared. So if your faith tells you that this is the year, literally, that God is answering prayers, that you're going to be monetized, that you're going to start the business, that the business is going to be profitable, whatever your goal is. I'm just throwing things out there, right? If this is the year, then you need to put some preparation, some work behind your faith. If you're believing that 2025 is the year, how are you going to show up then? Are you just going to be lackadaisical? If I say 2025 is the year you're getting married and you know you want a certain look in a wedding dress, you know your goal was to lose weight, you know your goal before you got married was to pay off debt, wouldn't you start preparing? Like if God gave you a promise, would you not start working towards the fulfillment of that promise? Like there are certain things that are on God, and then there are things that are on us. And if I go down to verse 18, it says, yea, a man say, thou hast faith, and I have works. So some people work without the faith, right? Some people have the faith without the work. And some people, their work trying to get love, they're working trying to get likes, they're working trying to get approval, they're working trying to get validation. I think the faith, for example, of me showing up on YouTube is whether I get the likes, whether I get the approval, whether I get the validation, I'm showing up because I believe God and just everything He said to me. Now you put yourself in this situation, but let's continue reading. It says, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show you my faith by, okay, by, 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 by my works. So let me hurry up and close this video because it's getting too long. So I don't want to lose y'all attention, okay? No, but for real, show the world your faith in God. Show yourself your faith. Show God, most importantly, your faith by your works. Like, God, you said da 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 da. So you know what? Because I believe you, this is what I'm going to do. If I'm believing that this is the year that God makes all my business profitable, I'm making sure I have a firm foundation. I'm making sure like my standard operating procedures are together. I'm making sure my customers are good, my products are good. I'm making sure, and that's not just like for our beauty business. I'm making sure everything for coaching is good. My website is good. I have value for the people. So, what is it in 2025 that you plan on doing? And how are you going to use the fact that YouTube is on easy mode to help do that? Like when they say anybody can start a channel, baby, start the channel and document your journey. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. But I just so happen to be encouraging people because that is just part of who I am. I am a coach, but at the end of the day, God gives me this like just desire to encourage people. And I always find myself doing it. It don't matter. It don't matter. Even at work. It don't matter. My daughter. It don't matter. Friends who are basically like my sisters. It don't matter. They are my sisters. Okay. They gonna get me for saying friends, but it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just naturally encouraging. And so my thing is, God, I'm going to use it. I'm going to show you my faith that I'm ready to receive everything you have for me. So you all do it. Do it. You know, whatever it is in 2025 that you desire to do, go after it. Show up. Don't be a stereotype of people who start strong at the beginning of the year, the first week, the first 2 weeks, and then by the third and fourth week, they done fell off because they didn't remember why they started. And that is why it's important to have faith and works, because a lot of people start off with the faith, but they don't, or they start off with the works, but they don't have the faith, right? There's no conviction behind what they're doing. They're just doing it because it's the beginning of the year. No, we're not doing that this year. Mm-mm. We're not doing that this year. Okay. And so, anyway, y'all, I definitely need to switch gears because my timer went off about 18 minutes ago. And I do have to get ready to start my trading day, but it is what it is, you know? So I do pray. I hope and pray that y'all are going where the money reside, where the money reside. Y'all gonna come where the money reside. I don't know why I cannot let that go, but that's what we're doing. Okay, we're gonna go where the money resides. So, um, and that's here on YouTube. Okay, and you don't. Well, that's another video for a different day. Okay, I feel like I done finally talked enough. Let me stop. Okay. Um, Nevertheless, you all have an amazing day, and don't forget to have faith and works and allow your faith to speak for you and to know, okay, that this is the year. This is the year. This is the year. Okay, I'm for real done. And now y'all can actually hear me. This is crazy. Like, I ain't editing nothing. Y'all gonna see all of that. I was talking and my microphone, the receiver wasn't in and the microphone wasn't on. I am so tickled by that, but whatever. Okay, y'all. Bye. Okay. Why do we do that? Why did I do that? Okay. I'm going to speak for me. Okay. No, for real. Bye bye.